The Golden Globe nominations are in. We'll take a look at the nods and the snubs of the year, find out who's in and who's out, plus how the awards show is addressing diversity. And we'll take a look at Black queer representation in the new Amazon Prime movie Something from Tiffany's with Batwoman's Javicia Leslie. Also, it's a first for our money, the details on all newly minted US currency that women across the country are celebrating. Welcome to Advocate Today. I'm Tracy E. Gilchrist, and thank you for joining me. The 80th Golden Globes will return to TV following a scandal and a boycott that knocked the show off of TV for a year, and it returns with a more diverse field of nominees. For movies, The Banshees of Inisherin leads the field with 8 nominations. The hit comedy Abbott Elementary leads all TV shows with 5 total nods. Cate Blanchett and Viola Davis are both up for nominations in the Best Actress category. The film nominees included 8 people of color among the individual acting categories. No women were selected for the Best Director category. Yellow Jackets was the most notable snub. For the full list of nominations, head to out.com. Out 100 honoree and cover star Gerard Carmichael will host this year's Golden Globe Awards. Carmichael is an Emmy winner for his HBO comedy special Rothaniel. The comedian starred in NBC's The Carmichael Show, which was one of the most politically charged sitcoms on network television at the time. The sitcom was loosely fictionalized about his own family. The Golden Globes are set to air live on January 10th. The holiday season is in full effect, and there's nothing like the holidays in New York. The new Amazon Studios film, Something from Tiffany's, features all the holiday movie classics, a festive city, a brewing romance, and acts of kindness. But the film also normalizes seeing a Black queer couple on screen, something that's rare in these kinds of movies. I spoke with star Javicia Leslie about playing this role and much more. Well, Something from Tiffany's is, it's a really lovely rom-com. And there's this proliferation in recent years of focusing on queer characters in these Christmas holiday movies, because for so long we were just kept out of them, not included in them. And I wonder if you would talk a little bit about what it means to you to be playing this really beautiful character with JoJo Gibbs playing your wife.
Yeah, that was huge. That was a huge attraction to me for the film because it feels just normal. It doesn't feel like there's I always say this about Batwoman, there's not this coming out story. There's no trauma to it. It's just it's not even talked about. We just exist the same way we all just exist, And so what I love about this film is that it's so inclusive with not even just our queer story, but even the interracial couples and the widowed dad and stuff like that. It's this is just showing how normal we all are because we are all representations of, society.
Yeah.
And I love it. And our relationship is actually the healthiest relationship in the film.
It totally is. Yeah, it's y'all are so stable.
Yeah.
And the other thing too that the film does that, isn't a big deal, but it doesn't get shown that much in Hollywood, and it is something that was in Batwoman, is having queer Black women together, because often it's, usually one white woman is one of the partners. And would you talk about the significance of that? Because I have a friend who's this doesn't get talked about enough.
It doesn't get talked about. I think that it's I got chills. It's we're normalizing what I see every day. You know what I mean? And I think that the beautiful part about storytelling is that when we show everything, it allows people who may not walk in those shoes be able to see that perspective and respect it. And now that, with Batwoman and the relationship between Ryan and Sophie, and then with Something from Tiffany's, the relationship between Terry and Sophia, it's you get to see these 2 Black women have this healthy, loving relationship with each other. And I see that all the time. But I know in certain parts of America or certain parts of the country or certain parts of the world, they don't see that. And you get to see it in this beautiful, healthy way. And JoJo, I mean, first of all, she's phenomenal. Me, JoJo's, a lot of her characters have been queer. So it's both of us coming together to be able to make magic with this was just honestly the highlight to this experience.
Wonderful. Yeah, would you talk a little bit more about working with JoJo? I mean, she's so funny and such a professional.
Oh my gosh. So obviously I knew JoJo from 20s.
Yeah.
We had a lot of mutual friends. So when I did the chemistry read and she was on the call, we immediately connected. I didn't even know she was going to be on the call. We immediately connected, laughing, joking, just our chemistry was great. Then we got on set, same exact thing, like just beautiful, authentic chemistry, energy, connection. JoJo's the type of person where, like, if you're on set with her, you want to be standing near her because she has the funniest things that she says underneath her breath. Like her funniest jokes, she doesn't say out loud, she mumbles them. And so I
Uh,
love, I
so
love
does she get you in trouble because then you're laughing?
No, because I've always been kind of like a teacher's pet. So
Mm.
I probably got her in more trouble because I would hype it. I would keep her going, but then I'd like go hide and do my laughing somewhere where Daryl couldn't see us. But she's so funny. And it's just like everything about her is funny. It's not just her jokes. It's like she also doesn't mind being the butt of the joke. So that kind of like makes it even lighter and funner or more fun. And I remember my last scene, which is like my favorite scene, which is also the last scene of the movie. We were all supposed to just dance. And they played like some really like fun, like uh soul Christmassy music. And JoJo and I, like I have it recorded on my phone. We literally like danced for like an hour, just like having so much fun. So that was my favorite part of the film is being able to work with her.
Amazing, amazing. But the whole cast is great too. I mean, Zoe
God,
is wonderful. And I mean, she's doesn't have the biggest part, but Shay Mitchell, I mean, just lovely.
amazing. Shay's the person you go to for good food because she knows where all the good food is. Kendrick, like a brother to me. We met a few months before we started the film, but we've stayed connected. He's so amazing, so talented. Leah is so great. I was in Vancouver when she came out to Vancouver to start shooting the Percy Jackson show. And so I got to sit with her mom, and her brother, and kind of like, talk through experiences to help give whatever I can to her
Yeah.
journey. And
Because she's a young actor.
yes.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
also she's a character on Percy. She's a character that was originally not written as a Black character. So I understood what she was going through.
Right.
And then Zoe, just first of all, she's insanely talented and just so graceful and funny. And I don't know if people know, but she's also a producer on this project. So for me as a director, actor, producer, it's like goals to see her doing what she's doing. And it's very inspirational. And for her to be able to carry all of that on her shoulders and still have such beautiful, kind energy on set, it's
Yeah.
just like, I love this. This is what I want to be a part of.
Wonderful. You mentioned that
Daryl, our
was
director Daryl was amazing.
yes. Yeah, you gotta always shout out to the director.
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks so much to Javicia for speaking with me. Something from Tiffany's is streaming now on Amazon Prime Video. And before we let you go, history is being made for women in the United States. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and U.S. Treasurer Lynn Malerba have added their signatures to our currency. It's the first time our country's money has featured two women's names. Malerba is also the first Native American to have her signature appear on U.S. currency. The women's names will appear first on dollar and $5 bills. The newly printed bills will be delivered to the Federal Reserve this month and should begin to make their appearance early next year. That's all the time we have for this Advocate today. For more content and coverage from politics to entertainment, open the Advocate channel. It's available on all streaming devices and on YouTube. You can also visit advocatechannel.com to stay up to date on content that advocates for you. I'm Tracy E. Gilchrist, and I'll see you next time.